as we take you out to the world from the Augusta Civic Center for UMaine men basketball. As you see on your screen, Moose 2-7 and the YSCC 2-18 overall, but as Coach Ford was telling us at the halftime of the women's game, he's very much enthused as they head in here to the final third of their season. Uni College, tough year for them, 0-8, 0-7 in the conference so far. They'll be in green tonight. Starters for the University of Maine, you'll see Brandon Rogers, Caleb McGuire, Tevon Irwin, Keith Chesley, and Robert Foss. Game notes from our good friends at UMA. Nate Grant's always good about getting them up to us. The Moose are coming off a 114-89 loss to Southern Maine Community College. Brandon Rogers led all scorers with 26 in that one, 9 rebounds. Jesse Smith had 18 points off the bench. Irwin and Chesley chipped in with 15 and 10, respectively. So we're getting the starters for Unity. Jacob Scoville will be one of them. Jared Strait.
Number 20, Neil DeTurno.
Neil DeTurno.
Number 24, Johan Fasberg. And number 32, Eddie Kopass.
Johan Fasberg and Eddie Kopass is their leader.
Head coach Tristan Starber.
Unless they've had some changes in that. I've got number 20 as Tyler Adams. So we'll go with that.
And the UMA Moose.
So Moose will be introduced now.
Starting for the Moose is number 15, Brandon Rogers.
Said Rogers coming off that big game last night, 26 points, 9 bounds.
Caleb McGuire.
Coach Ford had some nice things to say about the Whitefield, Maine native, Caleb McGuire. Tevon Irwin.
Number 30, Keith Chesley.
Keith Chesley, the board banger out of
And
Clinton,
number
Maine.
33, Robert Foss.
And Robert Foss, the 5'9 sophomore out of Augusta.
Head coach Jim Ford and assistant coaches Warren Newton and Corey Harris.
Warren Newton, Corey Harris, assistant coach Jim Ford. Jim's in his 9th season here at the helm of the Moose. So Muncie Media along here for the Moose call of this one. As they'll get set to tip off and go. 2 in-state rivals going after each other here. It will be Rogers, the Turlock, California native, the 6'5 junior. Smooth. If you haven't seen Brandon play, he's got himself a good all-around game, that's for sure. Irwin's got it now. Going to give it off outside. They'll get set to go. Rogers skipped inside to Chesley. That didn't connect. Foss, one of the players that we're seeing for the first time, Nate, the Augusta, Maine native, the 5'9 sophomore guard.
Yeah, you mentioned Foss, Rob, and early in the first half of the season for the UMaine Moose, we always talked about and referenced the fact that all they need is a guard. They need someone to get the ball up, and they can get their scores set down on their offensive side and take a little bit of the responsibility off of them. And so they have a little bit more focus just on scoring. So we'll see. It really ends up being kind of a tale of 2 seasons for the UMaine Moose as they kind of revamp here in the second half.
Chesley inside there with a head and shoulder fake and laid it up and in. Eddie Kopass is the big gun here for Unity. Leads them in scoring. All other offensive categories. Chesley comes down with it. Skips it left. Rogers got called on the travel, didn't get the ball down. 2-2 just underway. Muncie Media's call of UMA basketball. Held outside now. Fasberg goes. Hooks it up, doesn't go. And the Moose are on the hunt. Irwin. Little bump inside. He got called on the travel.
Yeah, I think Irwin went to the jump step and then and then the spin, which is obviously a travel, and he kind of knew that once he saw the call go up.
Yeah, too many moves.
Looked good though. NBA, that would have been fine.
Oh yeah, they. Yeah. Good drive, put up and finish.
Kopacz for 2.
Kopacz again. Eddie 6'2". He's out of Thompson, Connecticut. I remember him last year. Oh, that was a pretty move inside and finished by Caleb McGuire.
Yeah, you know what I like about that play is Caleb's starting position. He knew that in order to get to the spot that he wanted to score, he had to start somewhere else, and that's exactly what he did. He went and shielded the defender, put himself between him and the ball, and had a great spot for a layup.
A little knockdown, takedown. Johan Fastberg on the foul. Heinsborg Sweden for Fastberg.
Fouls on Fastberg. His first, team first.
Chesley skips it to Rogers. Brandon, get back to Ches. He's kind of deep. He's got a way of making room. Doesn't he, huh? He's a semi-contortionist.
Yeah.
He gets himself in, precarious situations.
Hey,
The perils of
it's
Pauline.
amazing.
He gets himself out.
He's a small guy, and he plays down the box all the time. The reason that he's able to do that is because he's such a good shooter from different angles.
Right.
I think he's always been undersized, but he's always played that position. He was up at Lawrence High School, and he played that position.
Well, and he's played that well here in his UMA days last year and this year. He's one of those guys that he plays bigger than he is because, he gets people off their feet. He's one of those guys that you say, I'm not going to leave my feet. Oh. Hello, boys and girls. Eddie Kopacz on the structured play inside, and Eddie went to the stratosphere. Everyone's going to pop downtown. Now that won't go. So 6-6. Good start to this one. And they're going to call the foul.
What an unbelievable catch and dunk.
It was.
It was away from the basket. He had to change the angle of his body, get the ball, and put it away. Wow, what a great play.
That's as good a play as we've seen here all year.
Yeah, I think we were a little shocked. We haven't seen that athleticism yet.
Eddie went up.
Yeah, but from any game that we've done for UMA here, so very impressive.
Eddie went super duper. Eddie Kopacz. Well, we said he's their guy. He's averaging 20.1 points per game, 7.5 rebounds. He's the guy. Tristan Starbird in his first season as head coach for Unity. And they got a 1-point lead. Skipped down the corner. Pop outside was wild. Didn't get down. Skipped inside. They couldn't connect. It went out of bounds. McGuire not able to handle the entry pass. It was a tough entry pass.
Yeah, it was a little bit off. I think there are different angles, especially down the box, that you need to be able to pass from. And that was definitely one that Keith probably wished that he stepped over to his left-hand side and bounced back across his body to get the angle into Caleb.
Fastberg got it back around. They'll swing it. They'll hold it outside. Adams. Kopacz didn't get that one down. Comes Irwin. That was a pretty move. Pretty finish that time. Nice body control.
Smooth is not only fast, but it's definitely one of those things that's easier to score from.
Adams, tricky dribbles. Got it back outside. He's going to pop a three. Going to rim it. The follows up and down. Kopacz. We'll get something, maybe basket in. Not sure what we got. Chesley's pointing down here.
It was a foul on somebody. I don't know.
We'll see what it goes up on the board. 9-8 your score. I didn't see anything go up, so I'm not sure. Maybe the shot clock went off. Not sure. Unity, man, they get the steal. Rogers gets it back. Kicks it back out deep. Irwin took it to the hole. Turned it over. 9-8. Unity. Kind of a lazy pass. Tyler Adams. That's thrown away. Irwin's got it. Rogers would have liked to dunk, but he really didn't get it clean. He did the smart thing rather than trying to get a dunk when it wasn't there. Nice behind the back pass. Nice defense by the Moose. Bump out of bounds. That'll be a push.
Coach Jim Ford's got to love having Irwin healthy. I mean, he brings a different dynamic to the game. He watching him during warm-ups, he's a tall, lanky player. He's got a great leaping ability, especially in this league. I think he's going to change some shots down the road, and it really adds to the height of UMaine now in this league.
Put up wild. That foul was on Kopaz. They found Chesley. He's got a three lined up. He's going to iron it out. Rogers kept it alive, but no, now it comes off. Pulled down by Jared Strait. Ball was loose for a second, but it was picked back up. A friend got it. That went off. Knocked around. Who's got it? Irwin. Comes Irwin out of control. Then it turns into a nice pass off the backboard to Rogers. Not how it was drawn up, but effective nonetheless. 12-9. Good up and down floor pace to this one. Front of the iron to Strait. He couldn't get it. Jesse Smith now in the game here for UMaine. Downtown, well, McGuire wouldn't go. Neither team's shooting that well. Wide open. Easy put up and down that time as sneaking away was Letourneau for two. 12-11. Well, these are teams that have both been win stops, so you got to think Unity says, hey, you know what? This might get a chance for us to get a win here tonight. I'm sure they're thinking, looking at the record, and they've been out here very competitive and playing hard under first-year coach Tristan Stauber. McGuire will get a second one. You heard Coach Jim Ford, if you watched the women's game, come on at halftime and talk about how impressed he is with Caleb's game. Of course, he got a chance to watch him as, you know, Jim watches the local area teams and they're affiliated with that through family members.
Yeah, Caleb is a baseline specialist, so every time we see them feed the ball, they tend right now, and maybe it's how Caleb is setting up. He loves being on the baseline. He's got a nice shot from either corner, and he also has some pretty good moves underneath the basket as well from that angle.
Yeah, the help defense call came from the bench.
Not a good sign.
Dished off, but a travel before that.
Jesse's got to be a little bit selfish there. He's got to take that shot. He's open.
Comes out high now. Walks around. Pulled down. Front dish it back outside. And that was straight. Jared Straight. (15-14). Chesley doubled, gets his rebound. Loose now, let's see. On the line, they'll stay white basketball.
And again, I don't know how Keith splits a double team like that and able to get the shot off, but I think if UMA continues to do that, Unity's automatically doubling down on that box. So the opposite box player right now should be wide open. It's just a matter of being able to get the ball over there. And if they do, they'll have an open layup.
Let's get past inside. Nice feet, nice finish.
Kovacs for 2.
Kopax. 3-point lead for Unity. Everyone got it back out. It's a 3. Rings out, doesn't go. Rebounds, boxed around. Comes Jesse Smith. Smith traveled. Got a little skitter going on there. Nick Moody in the game here for the Moose. Rogers will check back in. McGuire takes a seat. Good check-in coming here for the Rams. Fastberg will check back in. Number 24. Fastberg holds, gets in the corner. Pop is good.
Scoville for 3.
So that was Scoville. So I get Scoville as 14. I thought we were getting that name wrong, Nate. That's why I came off with the headphones there to hear that. So 34 is Scoville. I've got him listed here as number 14. We're only as good as our rosters. but I'd heard them say something different from what I was reading there, so I wanted to hear the call. That can happen, somebody forgets a uniform, so they've got an extra one in the bag and they give it to them. We don't know that's the case. We're speculating. Makes a nice story. Rogers, head and shoulder fake. Nice.
Rogers for 2.
Rogers made a little room for himself in there. I don't know whether he skidded a little bit or not, but he made some room. Scoville gets it back outside. Way outside, all white on the bound. Smith. It's Moody. He got a little bump in there.
Oh, I'm a little surprised. I thought he traveled.
I did too. That's what I was waiting to say.
Maybe it was caused because of the push.
Could have been.
Fouls on Ball, his first.
Nobody in any foul trouble. 5 fouls on Unity. They lead by 4. 1 foul.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Typically, we like to see UMA likes to try and get up and down the court, but I think both teams right now are doing a good job of settling on their offensive set and taking the time, moving the ball up, and trying to get good shots.
Underneath, Rogers couldn't finish. He'll go to the free throw line.
Fouls on Kovacs, his second. Rogers to shoot.
Great diagonal screen there set by Garrett Alley to get Rogers open.
Garrett Alley, one of the hard-working members of the UMA basketball fraternity. We're making a star worldwide out of Garrett. All these ads we run with his handsome face in it, chiseled out. It's like a movie star. We're making him famous. Probably have a fan club. Thrown away. You throw the ball away here in a UMA game, you get a long way to chase it. So it's Alley, Rogers, Jesse Smith, Irwin, and Chesley are the 5 for your Moose. Ches back around. Smith way downtown. Oh, net!
Smith for 3.
So Jesse with a bombardier gives his team a 1-point lead.
Yeah, and Jesse with a great job of adjusting his shot. He normally doesn't take such a leap when he's shooting a three-pointer, but there he knew in order to get the ball out, he had to. Great adjustment there and good shot.
Alley with the rebound. Irwin's got it now. He's going to hold it, slow things down. They'll go half court set. Comes to Rogers. He's out deep, skips it inside. Smith's going to post up. Got a good post up. There's Chesley. He's got half the bench on him. That went outside. Somebody got knocked down. It was Irwin. Irwin spent a lot of time knocked down. Smith steps in on the D. Scoville's going to put a runner up. And accidental offense.
Hey, they'll take it, though.
Scoville for 2.
Yeah, Scoville did a good job of controlling that ball. Got it to ring down. 22-21. This is where we've been back and forth. It's been that kind of game. That's somehow came all the way out to Smith. Jesse put it up. Rogers, a good offensive rebounder. Garrett Alley with the little baseline pop for 2 as he netted it. 23-22. Scoville.
Alley for 2.
Whitman. Kopacz. That's a good defense on him. Good defense again, but a little body by Garrett Alley.
Great adjustment there by Irwin in the air to come back and get his hand on the ball. His momentum was actually taking him away from the shooter. And again, because of his long reach, he was able to reach back and get his hand on the ball.
We're tied at 23. Good one going here from the University of Maine Augusta's home court at the Augusta Civic Center. Got some check-ins here. Richard Moulton in the game now. So the tie is broken, 24-23. 8:27. Skip down the baseline to Rogers. They come right out on Rogers, contest him. Smith going to alley-oop. Little inside-outside. Rogers could get the shot off. Come right out on Irwin. He'll skip it inside. Alley went up, got it knocked away. Came to Irwin. Rogers going to glide. Under control and home.
Rogers for 2.
Rogers, the operative word there is glide. He gets up, gets in control. Kissed it home. 25-24. Skipped inside. Good straight-up defense. You heard Coach Ford yell, straight up, straight up. They went up. Good piece of it. Got the rebound.
Yeah, UMA is doing a great job of not fouling but contesting shots.
It was a tough pass inside. Got away. Kopacz kicks it back outside. Jared straight. No. Got a rebound. Gonna go. Gonna get whacked.
Oof.
Nobody ain't fouled. That's only third foul on
Fouls on Irwin.
UMA. It's on Irwin. His first. Rings out. Jared straight out of Palmer, Arkansas. Got the second one. 25-25. Here comes the pressure. Good break here. Rogers has got it all by himself. Going to go in, going to count it.
Rogers for 2.
We might not see that press again.
Yeah, and again, that was one of the issues they had in the first half of the season. Is they had a terrible trying to break man pressure, full court pressure, I should say, but not that time. They did a tremendous job there getting the open layup.
That wasn't any dribbles.
You like those ones,
Right. Bingo, bango, bongo, homo. It went in. Inside. Contested. The ball's going up like a, it looks like a piece of popcorn. There's a dunk.
Rogers for 2.
Yeah, that ball was going around like Jiffy Pop there for a while. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. So we got a timeout. We'll take the timeout back. More basketball after these messages.
I think about going to college after high school. I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. I just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really think about going.
Here's that handsome guy. You know him as Garrett Alley, basketball player. Does a lot of good things around here at UMA. Manages a lot of things, just like a lot of the students here at UMA have to do, and they're well versed in being able to do it. 30-25. It's 25-24 just a bit ago, and UMane's run off a quick 6. Vesper got it in the corner for the pop. That's going to be off by Adams. Here comes a trap. Wow. Well, that might have been overplayed by Fastberg.
Yeah, it was a bit of a flop.
Yeah.
I don't understand why Jesse didn't pass the ball.
Yeah. Well, Jesse almost knocked him back to Sweden. He's a native of Sweden.
European style league basketball there.
Well, we hope his family's watching. We don't mean anything here. Don't send anybody after us. But the officials just kind of looked at that and went, nah. Done a better job on Kopak, lately. Ches tried to keep it in, couldn't do it.
They have what Irwin's doing. Irwin's a good defender, but on top of that, they're trying to get the ball down to him on the block, and Irwin's just fronting him, so they can't, and they're double teaming on the backside. They're doing a good job. What I would do if I were Uni is try and set that up, but maybe move the ball around quicker and get something down to the box on the opposite side. He should be open because Irwin's fronting, and then the other defender for UMA has got to come over and help.
Come the Moose. Little shot on the pop by Jesse there. Didn't quite get through that one. Scoville. Bring it back out. Right side now. That's where the pop is home, a three-pointer. That's a pretty shot that time by Fastberg. He got himself set. Ches comes back down, puts it in. What do we got?
Offensive foul.
Yeah, they call it offensive.
Fouls on Chesley, his first.
Well, Coach Ford is speechless. Well, this thing didn't start pretty there. See if they can make it in pretty. Fastberg's got it. Into the paint, takes it back outside. They're going to set it back up. Fastberg just hit a tough three. Skip down inside. Good defense there by Garrett Alley as he locked down the baseline. Got that left foot, planted it firmly on that line, and said, go around me. You go around me, you're out of bounds. 30-28. Caleb McGuire back in the game now. Garrett Alley with some effective minutes off the bench. Oh, that press breaker got away. Did it get tipped? Let's see. Nobody knows. No, it's going to be Green basketball. Okay. A little ragged there a couple of times for the Moose, Nate, is they had a 5-point lead. They've seen that dwindle to 2. Scoville laid in. Foul on the floor, I think. It says Al Cludier. One of the three-man officiating folks here tonight. 5 team fouls on the Moose, 7 on the Rams of Unity College. Up and in. Tie game, 30-30.
Fastberg for 2.
That was Fastberg again. Comes the pressure. Good job by the Rams. foul on Rogers. So Fastberg's been effective here in the last couple of minutes.
Fouls on Rogers. His first. Kopacks to shoot.
Kopacks to shoot here. Can break the tie, give his team another lead, which he does. Got them both.
Kopacks makes both.
So 2-point lead now. This pressure has been effective. The first time down, they ran the press breaker perfectly. Whitman for 2.
Whitman for 2.
So coming from nowhere to block that was straight. That was Sibley in the game now. Sib took it to the hole, got it knocked away.
The way that Sibley's body reacted after that shot, I think he got nailed right on the arm. It just didn't get called.
Chesley back in the game. Ches is effective as a press breaking type kid too, because he can handle the basketball so well, and he can finish. Rogers got it knocked away. Look for some help. Irwin's got to pop outside. No. Deep. Sibley kept it alive. Smith. Sibley's got it. Sib goes, passes off. Chesley skips it back outside. Rogers a 3. Nice ball movement that time by the Moose. They found the open Rogers for 3.
Yeah, they needed that big time too, and it came down to Chesley going ahead and dribble penetrate to the middle and kick out.
Scoville, nice finish.
Scoville for 2.
Comes ahead now, 2-on-1. Little missed time by Rogers. He tried to give the pass back. Whitman got it rejected. Straight, got it to Whitman. Whitman got it down.
Whitman for 2.
38-33. 2:54 left. Now we got a foul in the backcourt. Fastberg raises his hand.
I like what UMA is trying to do on this press breaker is get the numbers down to the opposite side. It's kind of like it's a 1-2-2. They've got Unity's got 2 defenders in the backcourt. So what UMA is trying to do is push the ball up quick and get 3 offensive guys down there to outman the 2 defenders. They've had a little trouble in the midcourt area to try and move it up, but when they have gotten the ball over the half court, they've had some success in scoring.
Doesn't get down. James on the rebound. Straight. Jared Straight. Kopacks got it back outside to Scoville. He's going to take a nice pop. He's got a nice line on that one. Could see that was going down. 41-33. So the pressure here has caused some problems. Rogers got a 3 lined up. No. Deep. Nice job by Irwin. Smith. No. Kept alive. Rogers got it somehow. Got it to Chesley. Chesley's in traffic. Brings it back out. Kicks it back to the open Irwin. Irwin. Kick back outside. Rogers traveled. 41-33.
I think that call is too much anticipated by officials now. I don't think they're watching the feet because he may have lifted one, but he had one set, and he didn't pick it up before he put the ball down.
Scoville goes to work outside. Go pass. Kicks it back outside to Whitman. Whitman in the paint. Puts it home. Whitman's been effective. Got 6 points coming off the bench here for Unity. 43-33. Irwin's got it now outside. Skipped inside. Nice look and nice finish.
Rogers for 2.
A pretty pass inside that time by Foss. Straight way out. All net. Pretty rotation on that one.
Straight for 3.
And carry called. Irwin's looking like, huh? Not sure.
Yeah, I think it just might have been one of those situations, just one too many dribbles. If he would have gotten rid of that, he had a couple of his teammates down the court wide open. Tough to say when you've got 2 defenders on you, though.
Rams go to work, dished inside. That was thrown away. UMaine basketball. This is Rogers. Ches, nice fake and nice finish. Ches faked the pass and got the defender to move to the passing lane and went up and finished. 46-37. Stay with us at halftime. Coach Jennifer Laney will be here. This is Foss. Foss on the prowl. Nice follow by Smith. Yes. And that's why you follow. That's why you hustle down the floor. And what do we got?
I think it was a wet spot on the
wet
court
spot
that
on
he
the
slipped
floor.
on.
Yeah, somebody went down. They'll fix it up here with 37 seconds left.
That's a 4-point swing. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's quick. 46-39. About a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. We'll see how much of this clock Unity chooses to use. Well, they'll take it at 17 seconds. They'll go to the free throw line.
Not a bad foul because it gives you some time if he does make these that you get another offensive possession with some decent amount of time on the clock.
Kopax to shoot here. Eddie Kopax gets the first one. 47-39. They got 15 seconds here. Make something happen. Held outside. You see the clock up on our scoreboard, so I don't need to tell you. Irwin's going to town. Count if it goes, and it won't. And we'll play the first half. So good first half for the Unity Rams as they look for their first win of the season. They've got themselves a 48-39 lead. We're back. Halftime after these messages.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek. I was stagnating.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
After high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. It just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really think about
We're down here at halftime with fourth-year head coach Jennifer Laney of the UMA women's basketball team. Coach, great win tonight.
Thank you very much.
Tough one last night. Mark of a good team that they can come back in less than 24 hours, give you a good effort, particularly a tough loss of 69-61. You lost a couple of kids last night, and less than 24 hours later, you're back playing ball.
Yeah, we're right back at it. You know, back-to-backs get us really prepared for the championship games. Our kids work really hard, and, you know, they put in the effort.
It looked tonight that you got off to that quick start, and then the kids who had been scoring for you, Jen and Jamie and Ariante, started feeding some of the other kids, give them a chance. It was really neat. I saw your reaction on the bench, I think, when one of the kids got a basket.
Yeah, Kim Carter got her first 2 points for college basketball, so that was really exciting. And we really build a team atmosphere that's very family-like, and so we really like to get contributions from everyone.
Well, talking about the family-like, you had the little 5th grade girls team. Now, tell us a little bit about why they were here tonight.
Okay, it was the Winthrop 5th grade travel team, and I'm actually from Winthrop. I graduated from there. I hold a summer camp in Winthrop, and a lot of those girls have gone through my summer camp for the last 2 years. And our team goes out once in a while to their practices and kind of practice with them. And it's really important for us to be able to give back to the community and really get younger kids excited about basketball.
Well, it's one thing to talk about family, and of course it's easy to talk about it, but your kids are out there doing it, and it's part of the atmosphere that's created here, the UMA family.
Yeah, it really is. You know, we've had actually a couple of our former Lady Moose were down doing the book and the shot clock, and you know, it's really nice to just have them involved no matter what.
So let's look ahead here as you're in the final third of the season here. Seem to have things going pretty well. Let's look ahead. What are you viewing here as you move ahead towards the final third of the season?
Well, we only just keep getting stronger, and we have some good conference games coming up in the season, and we're just really looking forward to really progressing as a team.
Well, we want to wish you the very best of luck. We'll be here for all the games that are at the Augusta Civic Center as the Women Moose go head towards the Elite Eight here in YSCC play. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Continued success. We'll come back to finish up halftime here at the Augusta Civic Center after this.
I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
We welcome you back here. Get set for second half action. Nate, the Moose got some work to do here, and the Rams looking to escape out of here with their first win.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like that UMA had a period of time. They were really out of sync. They were rushing a little bit. They had a couple turnovers on the full court pressure. As we were saying, that they had some trouble in the first half of the season trying to break that. They were successful the first time, no problem for them, which was a good sign. And then they kind of reverted back a little bit. So I think just take your time. To me, it seems as though athletically they're a little more gifted right now. It's just a matter of finding the position, finding the mismatch, and getting the ball in the bucket here for them.
Well, there's the bucket. There's the guy. Ches doesn't miss very often when he gets a clear track to the rack. So good defense. Here comes Irwin. Nice. First 4 points by the Moose, and they come out with pressure. Just joining us, the Rams of Unity in green. What other color would Unity be but green? Great programs up there. Got a couple of kids that are looking to be Rangers and looking at programs up there. Blitz on so far here for the Rams. Rogers almost got it taken away. Looks for help. Gets it. Chesley's got it out high. Dishes it down into Rogers. Rogers holds now back outside. Boss going to get it tipped away. Irwin, good recovery. Rogers. That was the travel. Boss didn't get it down.
Yeah, Unity did a great job there, forcing UMA kind of into one corner of the court there. And what ended up happening, there was too much crowding. It's easy to defend a team if they're all crowded together, and that's exactly what Unity forced UMA to do in that last offensive possession.
No look pass. Chesley got fouled. Pretty dish, Irwin.
Irwin with great control down through the court. Kept it into his left hand and just kept riding it down. I thought he was going to cross over, but he kept fooling me. So I can imagine guarding him.
Leads down to 4. I think Coach Ford had a talk with the boys. .45, all the points here in the second half have been white. Let's see, that's going to be tipped out.
You don't want to get a sub in for Jesse. He has to go track that ball down. A little tuckered out coming back onto the court.
Yeah, that was quite a jaunt he had to go after there. They can roll here. Unity to inbound. Rasberg got it, skipped it inside to Scoville, but it's knocked away.
Yeah, UMA's done a great job coming out here in the second half and playing with some intensity, getting into the passing lanes and scoring and pressuring the ball, which is probably of foremost importance in terms of coming back. You have to have defensive stops.
Fastberg gets out of some trouble, gets a baseline, goes up, gets fouled. He did a magician's work. Getting freed there.
Fouls on McGuire. Fastberg to shoot.
McGuire gets called on the foul. His first. Nobody in foul trouble either side.
Fastberg's got a strange release.
He does, yeah.
He comes from the opposite side of his head. I've never seen that.
Fastberg makes them both.
But in terms of fundamental shooting, it keeps that right elbow in, which is usually the trigger point. You got to keep an elbow in order to get it on sight.
Smith hit the three off the break of the pressure. He's wide open. You sent kneeling those shots, and that will make a difference in the press. 2-point game now. And then the defensive causes a turnover, and it'll be White basketball. Smith handling the outside duties, Jesse Smith. Irwin got inside and got it home. Irwin, a pretty put up.
They didn't
50-50.
They didn't draw that up on the board, but it ended up working. A little bit more serious approach by the UMA Moose on the defensive end here, as they have held unity to 2. No look pass. That was pretty to straight now in the corner. And again, they did a good job there to force that extra pass down to the baseline. That's a tough angle to shoot from. I don't care who you are. You got to avoid the backboard and then be able to get it over the rim.
Fastberg steps in, causes a foul. Side out here. Jesse Smith, a Troy, New York native.
His fourth.
And that's 4. That's a factor now for Fastberg. Well, we got timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout. You're watching UMaine Moose basketball, a Munson Media production.
Going to college after high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. I just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son.
Back here at the Augusta Civic Center, Rob Munzing, Nate Munzing here for the call this one. Brittany Rougeois running our camera for us. Brittany's doing a great job as usual. Brittany was a college basketball player, good in college, so we got to put Brittany on for some analysis here. She knows more about basketball than we do. Here comes straight.
Kopacz for 2.
Kopacz for 2. Up and down we go. Irwin goes coast to coast, and yeah, it's going to be on Irwin. Stepping in was Whitman.
Fouls on Irwin.
The one thing I got to look up, do they use the arc in college basketball?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'd have to look that up.
.52-50. Here comes the trap, and a foul is. I'm not sure who they're going to get on it. They got a couple of choices there. I think it's probably going to be McGuire.
His second.
Was it? No, it was Rogers. Okay. Couldn't tell who it was going to go on. Back to a cut. That's a nice entry.
That was a great pass. Nice soft touch to get it over. I mean, that's about an inch or 2 off of being intercepted or over the head of the offensive player.
Nice timeout by Coach Stadberg, as he's got unity out of the timeout, 4 straight points. That's what you look for. Tristan's just a young coach. .54-50. Dropped inside. They can push down in the blocks.
Fouls on the Cherno. His second.
You know what, Rob? I think down the wire, the bench is going to play a factor here. I think UMA is a lot deeper than they have been in the past.
Chesley for 3.
And they could, I think this was going to come down to some go the distance here, and it's going to be a matter of who's got some fresh legs at the end to be able to score points.
Last foul was on
Straight for 2.
the Cerno. Back and forth we go. 56-53. That was a number change. I've been calling him Adams. A steal, but a foul. Scoville got called on the foul.
Fouls on Scoville. His first.
Just his first. 3-point lead for the Unity Rams. Ches was inside, got it tipped away, but it came out. And then we set the offense, and they were going to go to work. Smith downtown. Oh, pretty.
Jesse's great from the wing position.
Yeah.
He's got a great sight for the rim and the ball. He's got a nice touch from there. That's really his spot.
Scoville saw an open and took it. Got knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, I think he just said that he's got him every time, too. I think he's talking about Jesse a little bit, that he thinks he can beat him off the ball. Should be a pretty good battle to watch the rest of the game then.
Yeah, Scoville's quick.
He is.
Whitman trying to make some room for himself. Irwin couldn't keep it in. Got it knocked out of bounds. Devon Irwin. And as Coach Ford said, he was really excited to have Irwin back here for the second half of action. In a battle here with the Rams of Unity, tied up at 56. Scoville goes. Ches has got it ahead. Straight's got it now on the steal. Fakes. Dishes back outside to Scoville. He's going to take that three. He's going to rim it home.
Scoville for three.
59-56. Irwin off the dribble. Dipsy do and almost two. That was a pretty move.
It was. He did a great job getting himself open.
Fouls on Straight. His second.
Second on Straight.
I'd like to see UMA's doing a pretty good job right now of beating the press, but when they get the ball over the midcourt, they're not really attacking when they've got some numbers. I think if they're a little bit more assertive and have a little bit more sense of urgency towards that period of the fast or the press break, I think they're going to be successful.
1 of 2. Makes it a 2-point game, 59-57. 13:44 left. Looks like this one will probably go down to the final buzzer, you would think, back and forth, that they have gone from the very get-go. 9-point lead the Rams had. But Scoville's having a good second half. Hit the three that rung home. He's got a chance for a more conventional three-point play right here. Jacob Scoville.
Irwin.
Yeah, and I pointed out just a little while ago, he thinks that he can take Jesse, and so far he's proven himself right. I think at this point, Jesse Smith has got to really start denying him the ball and making his life a little easier defensively. If you prevent him from even having the ball, he can't score.
Skipped inside. Alley had to roll out. Nice threaded pass inside. Whitman now, he's almost on the line. Gets it back outside. Scoville got it back in the corner. High and no. Still loose. They'll fight for it. Kopax has got it. Gets a give and go. Pretty play. Pretty play.
Kopax for two.
64-57. Unity's playing hard.
They are. They have the momentum with them right now. They're coming. They're pressing or pressuring the ball. UMA's being a little lax with their passing, and it's making it easier for Unity's really hustling around, making some plays.
Yeah, they're playing really hard. You came in and they hadn't won a game, but they're playing their fannies off here tonight.
Yeah, they are. And the other side, on the offensive set, they're doing a tremendous job of spacing. They're a quick team, and they know that. They're not going to beat you up underneath, and they're not going to out-rebound you probably, but what they have done a very good job of is spacing and giving some good lanes to be able to dribble, penetrate, get layups, or dish the ball off. They're doing a good job there.
Yeah, and in order to do that, you need some good floor spacing there and keep that so you get those little gaps. Head of the pack comes Smith. He got fouled. Well, that's what you were talking about is UMA, not numbers that time, but Smith had the advantage, a clear advantage ahead, took it hard.
his first.
And again, we saw there on the offensive set of Unity doing the same exact thing. Dribble, penetrate down through the defense, down to the basket, dish off. They didn't get a very good look there, but they've been doing it all game.
Cole Turner will take a seat, the freshman. And Coach Ford's going to call the timeout. So we get timeout on the floor. We'll take the timeout back after this.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
And we welcome you back here. Our executive producer, Brittany, has pointed out that Tristan Starbird, I know I recognize the name, played here for Jim Ford. Now he's up at Unity doing the coaching, so he's familiar with this floor, this site. And of course, UMA basketball. 64-58. Back outside the straight. That's going to go Ryan. Garrett Alley gets it. Here it comes to Ches.
That to me is more of a flop than anything. The defender didn't have his feet set, falls down and causes a trip. Looks like an offensive foul, but that's really not what it is.
Kopac's got ahead of the pack by half a step, and he just accelerated.
Fouls on McGuire, his second.
Second on McGuire.
Good job by UMA to contest that shot, but I think in a situation like that you've got the offensive player running at full speed, for them to be able to taper down and be able to put enough soft touch on the ball to be able to lay that in. It's almost one of those that I would try and lay off the foul there, because it's a very hard shot to make when you're going full speed trying to lay the ball in. Turns out to be a good foul.
Yeah.
And I like the change up here. Coach Ford going with Foss in now on 34 Schofield.
Yeah, it gives a little quicker body, I think, there, Nate.
Yep.
Rogers inside to Alley, back outside. It goes to Chesley. Ches all that.
Chesley for three.
64-61. Whitman back off to Scoville. Scoville holds. Gets it back. He's got a three. No. Good job by Rogers to sky that one. Foss all the way across to Chesley. Ches just hit one. Called on the turnover to travel. Check-in's coming here. .11:04 left here. It's looking to go down the wire, most likely. 64-61. Pop outside. Is good.
Kopac's for three.
Kopak. That's a three. He's got it again. Comes Eddie. Good foul. Make him earn it at the stripe.
Yeah, and he was on the ball there. I think he got him with the body a little bit in the back.
Yeah, Foss with the foul.
His second.
Second on Foss. That's something. Hurt him. Foul situation 7 on the Moose, 6 on the Rams. We'll take a break. We'll come back after this.
I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek.
Didn't really think about going to college after high school. Didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. I just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. With great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really.
Back here at the Augusta Civic Center, Rob Munsing, Nate Munsing. About halfway through the second half. Good one here, 67-61. Two free throws coming.
Uni's doing a good job of keeping this lead that they've attained right now.
Kovacs makes both.
Kovacs makes both of those. 8-point lead. The pressure's been effective. Voss goes behind his back, skips it inside to Alley. Garrett finishes.
Alley for two.
Credit Voss on that one. He had a tricky behind the back move there, get out of trouble. Quickly slashed up and through, got Alley. Scoville, no. Rogers is a good rebounder. He's got another one. Voss got in trouble, got it back to Rogers. Here comes Rogers on the left side. They left him alone. Alley got inside. Garrett again.
Alley for two.
It's because we played his ad, Nate. That's why. Coming out of the ad, Alley's got 4 points. We've got to play Garrett's ad more often. Kick back outside. Down to 4. Oh, that was a pretty pop outside. Kopax for three there. That was a tough shot there. He caught that, had a quick release on it. McGuire, he goes, kicks it all the way back out. And got to feel that one back court. So it's going to come in underneath.
That's a good job of Unity rotating the ball around because they're doing a good job of setting ball screens, and then UMA is coming off of them, but the rotation is just a little bit too slow right now, and it was hard because you got Scoville, and then, ooh, I thought you had another one.
Yeah, Kopax could light it up fast.
Can.
Letourneau skipped it back outside. They fed the shooter, but it didn't get down that time. Now the trap. Voss. Rogers. Voss penetrates, kicks. That's his spot right there, but he missed it. Nice tip. Oh, almost got in. Ball's loose. Who's got it? Rogers came up with it somehow. Randa goes through the whole force. Truly through the forest of green. Did Brandon Rogers.
Fouls on Kopax. Rogers to shoot.
65. They'll try to get it to 67 if they can hit up here. They won't hit the first. 72-65. Check-ins here. Jesse Smith coming in. Irwin's back in the game. Let's see who's going to check out. Chesley checked out. I guess it was just the check-in for Chesley. Second
Rogers
drop
wins
snap.
second.
Rogers 1 of 2. 72-66. 8:49 left. It's been a good game here for the Augusta Civic Center. Oh, that was a pretty move by Strait.
For two.
A hesitation by Strait. Irwin going to work on Letourneau. Pull it back outside. Kicks it to the elbow. Rogers goes. Fed McGuire, but foul before on the floor, I think.
That's okay, though. They'll be in the bonus here.
Both teams had 7 fouls. So there you
Fouls
go.
on Kopax.
Kopax on the foul.
Rogers to shoot.
And that's 4. That's significant. Kopax.
Yeah, that's a huge play for Unity
With
right now.
8:26 left. So there you go. He's got to sit now, and he's been their go-to guy here in the second half.
Rogers makes the first.
He's got a couple of threes.
Yeah, so if you're UMA right now, you got to look at the court and find out who the shooter or who the scorer is going to be. And your eye automatically goes to number 34, Scoville, for Unity.
Yeah, and I think that's why Coach Ford wants to call the timeout. He wants to go over the defensive adjustments. Well, we'll take the timeout. We'll come back. More basketball after these messages.
Is your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
Well, this was a full timeout, so they're still in the timeout. University of Maine, Augusta wants to thank the Maine National Guard, one of the sponsors of UMA Sports, also Suntan City and KDT Towing and Repair in Augusta. UMA comes with some pressure themselves. It's a trap. They get the turnover. Ches looking for help. Rogers thought about the three. Now he will take the three. A step back three. Doesn't go. Chesley's underneath. He's got it somehow, some way. Draws a foul.
And that's what Keith does so well. He can slide up between 2 defenders and get the ball. He's got such a knack to be in a good spot to get a rebound and create a second score opportunity.
Well, you get it, Nate. It's anticipation and being able to read athletically where that is. And a rebound, it comes with a different type of skill set. A lot of it's hard, wanting to go get the ball. And he does that well, but he's got great timing on it, too. And we say again and again that, Keith just amazes us inside with bigger guys in there, the way he uses quickness. Garrett Alley got a tip of it, but not able to get it down. Alley's got this one. Boy, Garrett's had a good second half here for the Moose. They trail by 4. They'll pull it back out. Irwin now goes to work. Draws Whitman on the switch. Irwin. Tricky dribbles. Puts it up. Wouldn't go. Alley's up there. He's got it. Couldn't get it down. He got a little deep to Garrett. Comes a trap. Whitman ahead of the pack to Straight. Straight does a fade. What a play by Straight. Wow. That was tough. Took the body on Alley, came off the body, and then hit the acrobatic shot. That's tipped away. And it'll be white basketball. Went off Straight. Boy, that was a good play by Straight.
Yeah, well,
wow.
If anything, if you're Alley, you want him to take a fadeaway shot like that. You don't want him to make it, and usually they don't, but he did a great job there.
You just nod and say, hey, kid, great play
Great
if you're
shot.
the defender. Alley's in. I'm sorry, that was Chesley for 2. Ches got back inside. 76-72, 4-point lead. Fastberg got it back outside. Whitman, Scoville. They've done what you said about Scoville, is trying to get him in denial. As they put a couple of defenders on him, particularly with Kopax out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a defensive motto that I have in basketball. If you can prevent the best player to receive the ball, then they're not going to score.
Smith for 2.
Jesse Smith with the follow.
Just takes a lot of work to get that.
DeSeal, Smith, got it. Irwin thought about the dunk and didn't go. There's Alley again. Ches Brandon Rogers that time.
Rogers,
I've been through the whole roster here before
There
I
you
get
go.
him.
Fouls on Scoville.
They should have taken the timeout before I stumbled through the whole roster. Well, we'll take the timeout too. I'll collect myself. I'll go through the roster during this timeout. We're back.
About going to college after high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. I just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son.
In my job, I wanted to study computer science. I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night, and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek. I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to study computer science.
We will set the scene for you. 6:30 left. 2-point lead for Unity. Make it 1. Brendan Rogers will get one more. And we should have an exciting 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go through this one as we'll start all over. We started 0-0. Essentially, that's what we are now. The pressure for UMA has been good. Chesley with the steal there. Irwin for 2. First lead of the half here. Straight goes up. He got it. And Ham coming. With Kopass going out, they needed somebody to take over the offense like you said. And Jared Strait has done that.
Yeah, Jared did a good job there of just going hard to the basket with some authority because he knew he was going to get fouled and making the shot, and that puts him in the lead.
79-78. Strap it on. Got 6 minutes to go. Rogers makes room for himself. Fakes the pass, goes up and Dipsy-do home.
Rogers for 2.
That was a nice finish by Rogers. Paterno skips it the straightest off his foot. He couldn't control it. Tough pass to handle. Comes Irwin. They attack him. And they leave him alone. Rings out. Numbers. Alley. They're going to spread out. 80-79. 25 seconds. They got a new shot clock. They wanted to get it to Rogers. Try to isolate him. They do. He makes room for himself. Goes up tough. Chesley in the trees. Looking for help. Skipped it out. Couldn't get it. Now they've got it. Ches got a 3 lined up. In and out.
That's too bad because they had a fresh clock. They should have kicked it back out and taken their time, I think.
No look pass. Irwin saw it. Head of the pack it goes to Smith. Now Smith's going to wait for some numbers. Now he's going to launch a 3. Iron, no. Chesley got pushed. Got it back to Smith. Smith, a hard shot there, but he got fouled. Got check-ins coming. McGuire is going to check in the game for the Moose.
Fouls on Uriarty.
Remember, Kopass went out with 4 fouls. I think he's at the scorer's table. We got to put him back in for the final 4:48. I think Nate let him do his magic. He's your go-to guy, and 81-79, and that's what they'll do.
You know, on the flip side, UMA should be aware of that right now.
Sure.
There are 2 Unity players on the court with 4 fouls. Kopaz and Fansberg.
James makes both.
So 2 free throws makes it a 3-point game.
Timeout, Unity.
And we'll get a full timeout. So we'll take this. We'll catch our breath. We'll come back for an exciting finish of this one when we come back to the Augusta Civic Center after these messages.
Your local school or group looking to raise money?
Our goal at Maine Athletic Fundraising is to raise you the most amount of money in the shortest period of time, hassle-free.
It's brought in thousands of dollars to our program. It's allowed us to elevate our program to the next level.
The customer service that we get from the employees at Maine Athletic Fundraising, guiding us through the entire fundraiser, is second to none. So we're able to have a great fundraiser, have a great time doing it, involve the community, and at the end of the day, raise the most amount of money in a short period of time.
Going to college after high school, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I worked for a marine construction company, long hours away from home. I just wasn't working with raising my son. UMA offered what I needed. Great professors, a terrific price, and a learning center close to my home. I even played on UMA's basketball team. When I graduated, I got a job right away as a medical lab technician. UMA really helped me achieve my goals in life and in my career. I love UMA. I'm really proud, and so is my son. I didn't really think...
Well, last time we played Garrett's commercial, he came out and hit 4 quick points, so he'll have to hit him by
from the bench
next
here.
to Coach Ford over there. And I don't think that's legal. Coach put him in. He's hot after his ad. A little kick there. Good directional kick by Rogers.
A great soccer pass there.
That was nice. It's a little touch pass.
Wrong sport. Yeah, UMA's got to take it easy here. They're under control. They got to get a good shot with a full clock. They really want to wind that down.
Some situational basketball now here for UMA. They'll take it if they get it. They'll take that.
Whew.
That's a great finish. You know, when you think about it, Nate, you know, the mindset that we're talking about up here, you know, take the full clock, take your time, and they went into that situation right there, and it looked to me like possibly Unity sat back on their defense a little bit, anticipated that, and that's all Irwin needed to see, because as soon as he saw them sit back on their heels, boom, he was gone.
Exactly. You saw the lane develop, and as soon as the scorer sees that, they take it. Great finish, too.
So big three-point play. It's been the defense, this trap defense, this swarming defense by UMA has made a huge difference here to get them back. They were down by 9, don't forget, here in the second half.
They're doing a great job right now. And the thing is UMA, even when Unity's moving the ball, they're still putting it in areas to trap. You saw there that they broke the press, but it was still on the sideline. If you get 2 defenders sealing it off, you still have the sideline and baseline that you have to contend with, and that's exactly what you want when you're running a trap defense. So UMA, I mean, that defense has brought them right back in, gave them the lead, and they've been able to control and score and do a lot more in the second half because of that.
Caused a turnover again.
And again, UMA will take that pass on the sideline because now you've got 2 defenders with a 3rd defender acting as the sideline, forcing the, was that
I think it was Fastberg, yeah.
Fastberg going ahead and making that lob pass that went over the head.
Unity comes with their own pressure. Smith goes up, pass to himself. Didn't get that, but he'll go to free throw line. So it almost became a self pass.
he was worried about getting swatted, so he did everything he could to try and avoid the rejection. By doing that, he basically did. He just threw it over the rim to himself, which is a great play in itself.
Yeah. Then he went down to Heap, and Ches went over to pick him out. A little worried about Ches's back going out there.
Smith makes his first.
Jesse's going to get a second. UMA's been good from the free throw line. There they are again. Jesse Smith hits 2 big ones.
Yeah, and Jesse does a good job with the free throw of taking his time, getting set.
Showing some good fluid generalship out there. And again, behind the back it goes. Oh! Highlight! Oh! I didn't have any adjectives to describe all that stuff. That won't go. Ches with a check out and a half. Coach Ford wants to Coach Ford wants a timeout.
And I'm shocked he didn't do it earlier. After Caleb got the ball here in the
stay right
corner.
with this, a 30-second timeout.
I was waiting for the timeout. Everything was just kind of going to haywire a little bit, whether it be the shooting down on the baseline in the box there, and I thought he would come up with a timeout sooner than that, but he did. They retained possession. They get a fresh clock. Good call by Coach Ford.
So a couple of behind-the-back passes. Chesley had a chance to get it. Got boxed around a few times. Came back out. They maintained possession, but it was like they were playing basketball on a high wire. Without a net, you just expected them sometime, some way, to fall off that high wire and go right down into the Grand Canyon and never be seen again. So it was a good timeout by Coach Ford. And as you say, with a fresh 32 seconds, they ought to probably come out of this timeout with some patent and half-court stuff. Of course, the last time they did it opened up for Irwin. He went flying through and got the hoop. But Rogers is going to take it out as Coach Ford's calling a stack defense. You got to watch you don't get trapped. Head and shoulder fake all the way back out. There's an uncontested three and a big one right there by Jesse Smith. That was a big three.
That was huge. Great ball movement, too, and patience.
Wyatt stepped up. Did he get himself set?
So that answered one of the questions that we've always had. If you are splitting the line with your feet, it is a backcourt.
Yeah. So that's what happened right there.
Because he came from the front court to the back court to receive the pass and was straddling the line, therefore it is backcourt.
90-79. 11-point lead. This was back in nip and tuck. That was a big three. That's around the rim and out. Won't go. Rebound. Fresh clock. Smith says, hey, I'm hot.
Ah! Dagger.
You know, conventional wisdom says hold that ball. Jesse Smith says, I feel it. And that's no problem because he's just coming off one right there. And you had a sense there that could really be the dagger. 2 minutes, almost, 2:05. Jump stop. Dishes in. Nice finish by McGuire. Well, this has been a terrific 5 or 6 minutes here for Unity, and they have done a terrific job there. Have the UMA boost there to extend this one. We're back to finish this one up after this.
I looked at other programs, both online and in the state. UMA was very affordable, fit my budget, fit my schedule. It's really geared towards a working person. The support was just amazing. I once emailed a professor on a Saturday night and she called me back on a Sunday morning. That's UMA. I found what I really wanted for a career. I never would have done it without UMA. I am a very happy geek. I was stagnating in my job. I wanted to
1:57 remains on the clock. UMA down by 9 early in this second half. Back and forth it went, with Unity maintaining a decent edge all the way through. Every time UMA would run at Unity, they'd come back and maintain that 6-7. Then it got down 4, got tied up. Back and forth it went. Unity grabbed the lead back by a couple, but the last 5 minutes of this has been all UMA. 2 big threes. Jesse Smith. One from the right, one from the left. Jesse nailed them both. The first one was a dagger, as Nate called it. Second one began the gutting process. 95-79. But, you know, you got to really credit Coach Tristan Starbird, what he did with these kids here tonight is, you know, he had them contesting. You know, a key moment there, of course, was the fourth foul that Eddie Kopasz picked up.
Yeah,
when Eddie had to go out of the game. Boy, that took away a lot of the offense, and really, Coach Ford called the timeout and went through the defensive adjustments that they had, and you know, they only really had to defend the one scorer then. Really made a big difference.
Yeah, it did. I mean, he came out around 8:30ish, so he had a good 4-minute stint where he was off the court. And like you said, it was a matter of UMA adjusting defensively and having to stop one scorer rather than, you know, the two of them put together. So in Scoville and Kopecz.
1:35 remains. First one's off. So if this holds, UMA will have a sweep here for the first time this season. Both the men's and women's team win, I believe.
Irwin makes the second.
Irwin makes one of two, 96-79. Whitman way downtown, walks around. Chesley's got a bucket and a half full of rebounds. Got a dump truck full tonight.
And then, I mean, if you're UMA right now and you're looking at the scoreboard, 96, that's an impressive scoring bout for the night.
Yeah.
Could tack on a few here, but and the other thing is it wasn't a blowout. Not until about right now, and with the 2-minute mark, did they start to really heat up and extend that lead. So it was a consistent night for them to score, which is a great thing to see. You know, more. I call it a John Madden. The more points you score, the better chance you have of winning.
Yeah.
You know, and you definitely want to see more and more points up on the board. And as you interviewed Coach Ford at the halftime of the women's game, you know, he's very excited for the second half of this season to see what his guys are going to do for him.
Straight for two.
Straight got two. Moody's in the game now, as well as Sibley for the Moosemen. Will walk down.
Fouls on Whitman, his third.
So I believe we'll be back in February here.
Chesley makes them both.
Ches makes both.
Kopecz for two.
Eddie Kopecz for two. 99-83. Our next tilt here at the Augusta Civic Center of UMaine Moose basketball will be on February 4th. Doubleheader as usual. That's a 5:30 start. Eastern Maine Community College will be here at the Augusta Civics for that one. We'll be on the air shortly before 5:30 here on the UMA Moose website. Hope you'll tune in for that one. It's been fun here tonight. I want to thank both coaches, Coach Ford, Coach Laney, for coming up talking to us. Both quality people doing a great job with their programs here. Well, you're going to look in the paper tomorrow if you're not watching this game tonight, as Nate said, and say, geez, well, that was a comfortable one for the Moose. And Coach Ford's going to know that. It was a little hairy there for a while. They dug in on the D. I think the swarming, trapping defense was the definitive factor there. The clawing back in, good ball distribution, good finishes. Garrett Alley had a stretch. He had 4 straight points, and of course the back-to-back threes. And Chesley played a great game underneath, and contributions up and down the lineup for the Moosemen here tonight. Nate has got them a victory over Unity.
Yeah, and I think the huge improvement is Irwin being available. I mean, he brings a completely different dynamic to UMA's offense. And not only offense, his defense is spectacular.
Yes,
you see him in the zone offense on their full court. He's the one up leading the charge, if you will. And if they went into man-to-man, he was the one who was guarding Schofield for a while and really shut him down while he was doing so. He also played on Kopecz as well for a period of time, and he's kind of their go-to guy. So it's a great thing to see him back on the court and how much he brings to the team.
Well, what it means is that other guys can have a little maybe a little bit different role. Jesse Smith not handling the ball quite so much. So what's he doing? He's bombing outside, hitting the threes. So play the final of this one. No need to foul here.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head there, Rob, is that, offensively there are guys that do different things well. And sometimes when you get them outside their comfort zone and they're doing too much, it takes away from what they're real good at. And now it seems like UMA has kind of got all their pieces into place a little bit. So I'm excited to see some further games down here in the second half.
Well, Straight's going to commit the foul with 4.3 seconds left, and that will probably
Straight for the foul.
round things out. That's his fifth. He played a good game here tonight. Played a lot of minutes. Jacob Straight. Chesley will get another.
Yeah, I don't know if Keith missed the foul shot. Maybe one or two.
He does so many of the small things well.
Chesley makes them both.
Ches high in double figures. And at the buzzer, it wouldn't go. So we've enjoyed bringing you these basketball games of the women and men Moose. Sweep over Unity College. This one finishes 106-85 for all of us here. We'll be back on February 4th, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.